Hi, my name is Evan Tate from evantate.com, 250jazzpatterns.com, bluesandrhythmchanges.com, also saxtipspodcast.com, and I'd like to demonstrate an exercise that I use with my students, also that you'll find in the Way to Mastery workout book. This is, I'll be demonstrating the low-end exercises, and what these exercises are about. They're not only a technical exercise, but it's also an exercise for your embouchure, and it's an exercise for your embouchure, and it's also to help your reading ability also in the lower end, and yeah, basically also for flexibility. So let's get on to it. With the lower end exercise, what happens here is that I'm only going to be playing the last 5 notes on the bottom of the horn. I'll be starting on F and playing down first to B. It goes like this. It starts out very simply as this way, you know. First, as I have to say, it's recommended that you really practice these more often just slow, you know. Part of the problem, I'd say part of the challenge of learning to play faster to get more flexibility is really you have to get it into your nervous system. You have to teach your system, teach your nervous system, teach your hands how to play all these different keys within the right combination, and that's also goes fluently. So you want to practice them slow, and you want to practice them evenly. I'd say practice them more often slow, and not always try to speed the metronome up every few times, because actually you could wind up rushing it into your technique, and then although you may be able to build up some technique pretty quickly in a day, but 2 days later it could be that you won't be able to do it anymore, because actually your nervous system hasn't really has learned it as second nature yet. So I always recommend that you really practice more often slow and keep it slow. And so the first exercise, like I said, just starts from F down to B, and then I go first in F down to B flat. Like this. Now I explained also that this exercise is also an embouchure exercise. Now, how is it an embouchure exercise? Well, one of the main things here is that many saxophonists learn that when you play low notes, they are often taught or even read in some books that it makes sense to lower your lower jaw a little bit in order to get these tones out, or somehow to open up your throat and things like this. What I like to say is that this is just total nonsense. Lowering your jaw won't help you at all. Actually, it could actually keep you from playing the notes clearly, or even that the notes come out at all. Your mouthpiece here, the reed and everything, they need the support of your lower jaw in order for the reed to vibrate properly. So if you're taking away the support, what could happen is this, that again, the note will just wind up disappearing because there's no support for it. So as long as when you're playing these exercises, as long as you can hear all the notes that you're playing in the lower end, your embouchure is in a stable position. You're not lowering your jaw. The moment that one or the other note disappears, most of the time low C or low B or low B flat, if they disappear, this is just an indication that at that moment that your lower jaw gave way. And so you want to prevent that. And so you want to be able to keep a steady jaw position, keep one embouchure, and then and learn to play it that way. Continue on, adding E flat. Adding D flat to the mix. Adding C flat to the mix. Now you see it starts getting a little bit difficult. Some of these exercises, they won't be able to be played fast because it's technically, mechanically not really possible. Like I say, it's only possible to play them only so fast, but you won't be able to get them really ripping fast, like say in the first example from F down to B. I mean, that only comes from years of slowly practicing. But when it comes down, you start adding more accidentals and into low range, where you have to do a lot of sliding over the keys and a lot of pressing on these on the side keys. It's not really going to be possible to play them as fast as I just played, you know. But that's not really so important, you know. You may have a moment would be able to do that, but in order to do that constantly, it's doubtful that that'll actually really happen. And so, doing this exercise, I run also, you know, through the flats this way. I run also through the sharps this way, and plus I have exercise where the different combinations of sharps and flats that are taken from other known scales out of harmony. Like, say, for instance, if I'm playing here out of the G harmonic minor scale, which I'm starting on F sharp, then playing E flat, D, C, and B flat. For instance, it's one combination you could do. Or you could do something out of, like, say, a melodic minor scale, F melodic minor, where downwards you're having E flat and D flat in the mix, but upwards is being made natural to D and E. For instance. So the thing is, you want to try as many different combinations as possible in order to develop your technique. And, you know, if you can develop your technique slowly in the lower end, it actually helps your intonation and your tuning and your embouchure for playing higher up on the horn. So in order to get these exercises yourself, I have here a download link that you can have this exercise and print it out. It's a PDF file. And I hope you enjoyed this short little video on the low end exercise.